Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, everyone. I'm Suman Agarwal, co-founder and director of Image Consulting Business Institute. Welcome to the Spotlight series on Spotlight with Suman. Hi, Omkeshwari. Hi, Vanita. Hi, Tejashri. Hi, Pragyan. Hi, Haspreet. Hello, Yamini. Hi, Riti, Preeti, Sirohi. I don't know. Is it Preeti Sirohi? Hi, Ritika. Thank you for the compliment. All right. So before we start this series and we start the live session, let me tell you that our guest for today is Chhawi Asthana. She's from Delhi. She's a certified image consultant and a soft skills trainer. And we do this live session every week, and we invite image consultants and soft skills trainers from ICBI, Image Consulting Business Institute. And we share their journey. We understand what they are doing in life and what have they accomplished or they are yet to accomplish, and understand that how is their experience as an image consultant and or a soft skills trainer. So let's understand from Chhawi, what has she done and what is she planning to do in future. And let's see if Chhavi is already joined. And let's get Chhavi on board. Hi, Chhavi.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, just organize your camera and then we can get started. Is there a problem with my network or your network? I'm not able to understand.
Ma'am, hello. Is it good, ma'am?
Yes. Just
Yeah.
give me a second. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Chhavi, can you see me and hear me?
I can see you and hear you, ma'am, now.
Can you see me and hear me?
I can see you and hear you well. I
Fantastic.
can.
Okay. And yeah, so you are absolutely visible, you are clear, you can be audible now. So fantastic. Let's get started. How are you doing?
Sure. I'm doing fantastic, ma'am, very well. And I'm so overwhelmed and happy to see you virtually today and meet you as well. So
Thank you.
thanks for
Thank you
giving me
so
this
much.
opportunity.
So tell us about yourself. What were you doing prior to joining ICBI?
Sure, ma'am. Well, to begin with, human life is multidimensional. So am I. I'm a multidimensional and dynamic woman who sees enormous potential and unlimited possibilities all around. I can see a beautiful song cannot be sung in a single pitch. A beautiful painting cannot be made in single colors. So why we humans should restrict ourselves? So I love to sing my life song in multiple pitches, chords, sargams, whatever you say. And I love to paint my life wall in rainbow colors by exploring the various spheres of life and work. And this is what I am, ma'am. So I want people to remember me, I'm Chhawi, the image. Chhavi ki Chhavi, like that. So this is me, and to talk about my life journey, I'm a girl from a small town with big dreamy eyes. I call myself a dreamer, a researcher, an engineer, a trainer, full-fledged, and always flooding with ideas. I'm a person who always flooded with ideas, sometimes good, sometimes bad, and sometimes, fantastic ideas as well. I have helped many people and organizations, they got benefited out of that. My family, I'm blessed to have a loving family all around me, an army of friends. They are very loving and very supporting. I've got a super supportive parents and parent-in-laws, an adorable husband, and a young boy who's 14 years old. So I happen to be a mother to a young author, Shaurya. My boy just happened to be a young author. He wrote a book, Seven Strong, which is about the 7 stories of real life superheroes. So this is my personal life. If I talk about my academic journey, I'm a gold medalist, junior research fellow. I've done my post-graduation in computer science and statistics from a very prestigious institute, IASRI Delhi. And immediately after completing my research work, I joined this TCS, the Tata Consultancy Services, then the top IT giant, as my first company as a fresher. And I served them into various roles and responsibilities, culture and geographies for 13 long years. So this is my life before ICBI. There is one song, ma'am, I would like to sing here, which resonates my life. So if
Please go ahead.
yeah, so just two liners, as I said, I'm multidimensional, lot of khwahishe, armans I have yet to, fulfill. So it goes like, हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले. So I'm yet to explore
Wow.
my, arman and possibilities. So this is what, all about me, ma'am, and my life before ICB.
So you are multi-talented, huh, Chhavi?
That's how I call myself, ma'am. Multidimensional, dynamic, multi-talented. I love exploring things, ma'am.
Excellent.
It's my
Excellent.
personality. Yeah.
So you were an IT professional for almost 12 years, 12 long years rather.
Right.
So how did you decide to shift your stream and get into image consulting and soft skills? I mean, what made you think that you will make this drastic shift and you will move into another industry altogether? How did this entire thing happen?
Okay, ma'am. This is again a very interesting story, I would say.
Yeah.
I still remember that was year 2009, a peak recession in IT industry. And I was on my maternity leave. My boy was just 4 months old, at that moment. There were massive layoffs happening all around. People were not allowed to go on long leaves. They were asked to work for long working hours as the project, which was managed with 10 people, was being managed with 5 people only. So that very moment, I got a call from my mentor then, Vinod Bhatt, who is a CIO Vistara now. So he used to, head retail ISU giant that moment. He gave me a call, Chhavi, you have to join back. It's time to join back. It was just my boy was just 4 months old, and I want you to retain. So I had a good word with him for an hour or so. That was a long discussion happening there. And he gave me two options that moment. One was to go back to my technical life, which demanded me to work. That was key delivery happening there in my own project, and I had to stand. When it's delivery time, there is no day night for us. And I was a young mother. And there was another, fortunately, there was a position that was vacant with him, and that was to lead entire Delhi retail accounts in terms of its competency and learning needs. That was the retail L&D head sort of file was there, and to work along with him. So he asked me, are you ready for that? That's a position which requires you to immediately step up, So that was an engineer within me who was dragging me for, no, you are a technical person, you are good with so much, so technical skills, how can you, take another role sort of thing? And it will be challenging as well. But I had no choice left then. So I actually grabbed that opportunity. Though I was not very senior then, I was junior, was technical lead that moment. And that profile requires me to interact with the leaders of the modern IT workspace, the people who were leading the entire retail accounts, etc. I need to go and talk to them, interact with them on a regular basis to know their learning needs, requirement, the competency gaps, etc. So no, then I put in my heart and soul into it. I worked on that project, and that went fairly well that moment. And that was the stepping stone of this training and development journey. And then I realized, I love that job. I love talking to people. I love, interacting with them, with different minds of people, different profile of people. That was somewhere I got my inner calling. But the journey wasn't easy though, being an engineer, that technical engineer within me, that always kept me dragging for a technical roles, and that, learner, and that dynamic, as I said, things within me, the trainer within me, it kept dragging me towards that learning role. So I kept writing two boards simultaneously. That was always that. And for good 4 5 years, I kept doing that. Then I saw, your ad, if you want to have a good second opportunity, then I thought of doing my certification into this training field, and to explore this training field completely full-fledged. And I wanted to be a trainer. I decided then. And I started this, soft skill journey. I joined ICBI. I met Hashpreet. I still remember Kavita and Hashpreet. I went to Delhi office, and they were amazing. They mentored me. They convinced me so well. I joined that, and I still, consider that moment to be a golden moment of my life when I joined ICBI. And this happened to me.
But tell me one thing. What was the first thing that came in your mind that really attracted you towards this industry?
Okay, that was that thing, as I told you, ma'am, other than my technical side of it, I love interacting with people. And there was a time when people came and thanked me, hey, Chhavi, this advice was good, you changed this thing in me. That there was that impact, even the smaller impact which I made in their life, even my team members' life, the people whom I spoke to, interacted with, they felt some good vibes of it. That good vibe, that the positive change, the aura, that thing was something which actually made me happy with it. So I thought of, making
but don't you think more than anything else, the first thing that would have clicked, I'm just guessing, I'm not sure, but first thing that would have clicked was that, अरे यार मेरे हिसाब से मुझे मेरा time मिलेगा. Because
that was also one of the choice. Because when I started, as I said, I had two choices. That was the, struggling time with me. If I would have gone back to my technical journey, there was no day and night. As I told you, if it's a peak delivery, there is no day and night. We have to be,
today, most people want to work as per their time.
Flexi time mode. That's true, ma'am. That's absolutely true.
Because
so
today 9 to 5 is no longer 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is always 9 to 9. Considering more than the kind of travel people have, considering the type of stress people have, going, coming, I mean, no job is no longer 9 to 5.
Right, ma'am. Right.
So 9 to
It
7
is,
hota
ma'am.
hai, 9 to 9 hota hai. There is no 9 to 5 concept anymore, which is, left in any organization.
It is demanding, ma'am. In terms of working hours, it's certainly very demanding. And this is one flexi time option was in my mind as well when I joined it.
True,
And
absolutely.
my boy wouldn't have been a young author if I wouldn't have been, soft skills trainer. And this time thing would have been a great, thing for him. He enjoyed this time with me. And then I, still remember these days, these 4 years, which I spent with him, at least the evening time. Earlier, I didn't had any evening time for me.
True,
So this
absolutely.
is,
So tell me, what kind of clients do you work with? And
okay.
are they from corporate? They are one on one. And what, I mean, who are the ones you spend most of the time with?
Yeah. So, ma'am, as I belong to IT industry, that's my key domain area. While
Mhm.
working with even TCS, I handled, projects of various domains like healthcare, pharma, retail, as I said, the banking. So this give me an edge over others. I can handle, I have enough case studies with me. So I do a lot of, corporate trainings as well. And I prefer to be with IT, but even I can handle another domain as well. So I've done a lot of corporate trainings for many
Mhm.
domains, like Art for Solutions I have done, TCS and IIT, a lot of corporate training sessions I have done. Other than that, I also do a lot of one-on-one consulting for all sort of, people. They can be just a normal housewives, they can be professional employees, even the teens. Sometimes I handle in the corporate, college going, students as well to make them job ready, etc. Because I also conduct a lot of session for the corporates and institutions as well on how to be a job ready. And other than that, there is one specific area which I train a lot of Mrs. India aspirants. I'm a patient coach as well. So I train them on how to be a patient ready, how to win a patient, how to package themselves, well, and can create a magnificent personality and rock the stage. That's what I teach them. So this is what my area of work and the clients I deal with.
And tell me one of your experiences which is absolutely close to your heart. I mean, something which you've done which you always remember, because एक experience ऐसा होता है which you are very emotionally attached with. I don't want you to multiply and you should say that अच्छा ये भी था, ये भी था, ये भी था. Not like that. Just one
Hi.
experience which is the most memorable experience of your life.
Ma'am, yes. So, though I'm going to share a sad story here, but that's the story which has actually changed the way I look at life now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story now. And it was again my, days with TCS only. I was working for a key projects then, and that was a peak delivery time I still remember. And the new year, it came in between. So me and
Okay.
my team, we decided to celebrate New Year. The delivery has to go on 6th of January. I still remember the date clearly. And so me and my team, we decided to celebrate our New Year on 6th of January. So in my team, there was a lady, Vibha, named Vibha. She used to sit just near to me, and she was a very young mother. She had a boy, just 1.5 year old. So we decided, okay, we will celebrate New Year on 6th itself. So let's, gear up and give our deliveries, defect free, etc., whatever we talk, that lingo, which we use in our project. So when the 6th came, it was the day and everyone was so happy. They came with all colors, today is the day when we'll enjoy our new year and we'll send our deliveries finally. I was the one to compile it and send as I was the project lead, you know. So tell my team to go and enjoy, have lunch, have fun, enjoy your team lunch, prepare for your evening. So Viva, she told me, Chavi, let's go for lunch and we'll have lunch together. Then I told her, see, it will take me an hour to compile it and send it finally. So you go, Viva, and enjoy, have fun. So after an hour, when she was gone, I just received a call,
Hmm.
from one of my colleague only. कि Vibha met with an accident, Chavi. So it was just, I thought, it's a day to enjoy. So that would be some minor cuts and, bruises, etc. So And I again got busy with my work. I just went to inform my boss as well. Okay, Vibha won't be coming back. Her bag is here, just sitting next to me, and I'll send it along with someone who lives nearby. So, and then my boss asked me, "Did you ask her how is she?" Then it clicked me. Hey, I didn't ask even how is she. Let me ask her. She wasn't picking her phone. Then I called someone to her family and asked what happened to Vibha. Why is she not picking up? Then came to know that that was a lethal accident, and she was on ventilator. We all as a team rushed to hospital. We saw her. I still remember that, scene in my eyes very well. She was lying naked on that bed with all the life support system, and it was 2 3 days when she wasn't anymore with us. And that was the moment, that was the day. I'm getting goosebumps. I still remember it. Her bag was with me an hour before she was with me. She did not celebrate that, New Year this year. And then I decided, sometimes life doesn't give you a second chance to enjoy. Sometimes life doesn't give you that political moment to enjoy again. So for me, again, one little song, that's a nursery rhyme, which I keep singing these days. Time to be happy is now. Place to be happy is here. To make someone happy is to keep yourself happy is to make someone happy, and let's make little heaven right here. So that was, something the more the as you said, the story very close to my heart. It changes my life completely. Earlier, I used to worry a lot. I always kept running, I have to do this, do this, do this, as everything. I've calmed down. I enjoy the moment. I do, I enjoy my work now. Whatever I do, I enjoy it. That's the reason I've started singing back again. Though I have laryngitis, my voice is not that good. I used to sing earlier, but that's the way I keep myself in present.
Absolutely. Great. So, Chhavi, from being a corporate professional
Right.
now to becoming a trainer, how has your family accepted this change? I mean, what is their reaction? What is their response? How do they feel about this change?
Again, this is a funny story. I come from, as I said, I come from a, place of India. That's Balia and near Varanasi, if you've heard of holy place Varanasi. There people usually, they know careers like doctor, engineer, lawyers. These are the only career which exist for them. And for me also, when thesis happened to me, it was the end of, career and everything for them. Now, Kudi is settled, is in a job, engineer ban gayi Kudi, uski shaadi karao, aur mast, ab to zindagi settled hai. And when one sudden day I told them, I'm quitting TCS and want to, start with this, my new journey of being a trainer, life came upside down for them. It was like, what's this? ये क्या होता है? Kind of, ये कौन सा career है? What is this all about? What you gonna do? Have you gone nuts? Have you gone crazy? So I was like, convincing them was very tough. Initially, my even husband, he wasn't convinced much about this idea with this change, you know. But slowly, as I moved ahead, when I was pretty much determined to find, I thought, let me, get ahead with this. When the small bits of success I started enjoying in my life, and I started doing those sessions, that was all around. It was covered. Sometimes I was also sometimes in media, sometimes in radios for my work as well, for my pageantry work also. Sometimes, I got covered in, the online. I like that also. They saw me at various places like this, which wasn't normal for them to see me usually. Then that was something, for them to be, they moved from a phase of denial to acceptance, then to be supportive, then to be happy, and now today they are with me with full support. So this was a journey like this. Of course, I think that's a usual reaction from a family member which we actually see through.
True, especially when they are not comfortably aware of what you're getting into. It's an unknown space.
Exactly. Right. Exactly, ma'am. So
Hmm.
indeed, I also went through all those, journey of haywire journey, I would say, initially. So that was there. Indeed. It took a while to make them fully convinced.
And today there are so many people who are doing such amazing work, being an image and soft skills professional.
Yeah.
So I'm sure your family must be like really proud of you for doing what you're doing today.
Yeah, ma'am. I say now I saw the world. I explored it. I met people from various profile, you know. I've been to the places where just normally I wouldn't have been with my, that IT career. You know, I met, personalities that like the way I'm talking to you today, that wouldn't have been possible. So similarly, I met many mentors, many, celebrities. I interacted with the, many leaders, successful leaders today. And my colleagues, they are also doing a wonderful job today. I really, this I never imagined before. This I never imagined. And this, let me tell you the amount of satisfaction which I, get by doing this work. In pageantry, when I actually work on the personality of, women's, they are very, they come from a background wherein, they were like, life was nothing to me so far. And then they go through this transformative journey, they emerge out like anything else. When I see these positive change in them, this gives me a satisfaction. I feel like I'm living towards a purpose of my life, touching lives of people and creating a positive impact on them. So
True.
that gives me
Absolutely
really
true.
makes me happy, you know, makes me
Absolutely.
happy.
So true. So true. And tell me something, like we've already discussed the kind of work that you are doing. So many people are doing such wonderful work and they feel that after they've joined ICBI, their life has changed. What do you think that ICBI's certification, I mean, how has ICBI's certification helped you spread your wings?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. As I told you, my trainer journey, learning and development journey started with TCS only. I was doing, work in bits and pieces. I was writing multiple. I wasn't confident enough to, have that wing and start on with that journey full-fledged. As I wasn't, sure of whether how far I would be able to go, how far I would be able to reach with this. The moment when I, joined this course, I completed my certification. That very moment, I, gained that self belief, first of all. Yes, I'm meant for this. I can do this. I can also transform others' life. It helped me transform my life as well now. It helped me transform my own personality. It helped me transform my own belief. Okay, so there were a lot of things, it brought so many changes in my own perspective for that matter. I started looking at things so differently. I started looking at this world so differently, you know. I started seeing, immense possibilities around me, which wasn't the case earlier. So that the journey was there. I was doing, work in bits and pieces. I was riding multiple boats as I was confused. I didn't have courage to, take that path with full courage and full confidence. But this certification suddenly gave me, that full confidence to have that wing and fly with it. And today,
Absolutely.
wherever I am, it's just because of these certifications and ICBI only. You know,
Fantastic.
like the,
So, Chavi, how do you promote yourself? What is the strategy that you use to, because I know and everybody knows that without bringing yourself out in the market, it is very difficult to tell people that you are there, you're present, and your presence today is very, very important for people to understand and realize the kind of work that you're doing. So what is it that you do? Because in our industry we always tell people that the first promotional strategy has to be free work. So the free work, is the most, effective promotional strategy. So what is the kind of work that you do to promote yourself? Is it through social media, or is it through any other channel or any other platform that you use? What is it that you do so that our people also get to know and they get some sort of an insight from your conversation?
Yeah, ma'am. As I said, to promote, make our own brand, the first thing is to do a lot of work. And when we get started, initially we had no clients as such, okay, who'd be ready to pay. Of course, we have to prove ourselves in the market first.
True.
So that was, as you said, the free work. I've done lots and lots of free work for the people. I conducted a lot of workshops. I went to colleges. I conducted free workshop for the college students, for the institutes. I've been to various events as well. When I was invited as jury sometime, but there also I grabbed that opportunity to talk about my own brand, and also delivered some small talks there, okay, which would have been benefited them in a way also. One small sentence also, if it clicks a spark in someone. So that was the I went to various events. Well, like, that was not even a single day. It was that went by where and I wasn't interacting with people. So whatever media it would be, it was that ways in person as well. Most of the time, though virtual initially I did not do much. I won't say. So the impact of social media presence I realized a little late. I realized little late. Even I'm late today as well. Instagram I haven't started working that much. LinkedIn is my presence over LinkedIn is good. Facebook is better, not that good. And Insta was still, lagging behind. When I got this opportunity to talk, on Insta Live, I thought, oh my God, I'm yet to build my Insta network. Though I have done enough work, which I really put in here, so that will be, I would have, my Insta would have been, quite good network points with me, but I'm yet to do this work. But of course, to build our brand, we have to do a lot of free works in the beginning. The pro bonos, as you said in the just to have my friends say, hey, come here, I want to, experiment something on you. I experiment, my dressing style on, while going for any event. I used to, put on this jacket, this will look good on me, this will look good on me. I used to have someone, my friend, hey, come here, I want to try this face shape with this face shape, etc. So, of course, that was something, we all have to do. There's no other way out. This is experiential learning part. So even in pageantry, when I used to go, I used to keep observing everyone's face shape, body shape, etc. What will look good on him. They used to ask me for advice as well. So I used to give them some good advice as well. So that's all happened free of cost. Mostly in the beginning, it happened free of cost.
True.
And later on,
Absolutely.
of course, it gave me a good amount of work, the good ones, and it is fine where I am right now as the way this is a journey so far. And we all have to go, well, have this journey. There's
Absolutely.
no other way out. And of course, social media nowadays is the way where you can showcase your work, you can brand yourself, you can go live, people will, you can have,
तो प्रभु क्यों
that
वेट कर रहे हो,
engagements
किसका
with
वेट
people.
कर रहे हो?
That's all, ma'am. I was focusing more on LinkedIn initially as being an IT professional, etc. That techie thing is always in my mind. Sometimes, I get stuck with it. Then I have to put my, creative side. Okay, now you have to take a lead. So this is where, so Insta is more creative part of it. So again, I've started though. It's not that my presence is not there. It's there, but yet I have to do a lot of work on it. Yeah.
True. Absolutely. And divide. इतना टाइम
Yeah.
इसके लिए, इतना टाइम इसके लिए, इतना टाइम सोशल मीडिया के लिए, so that you are able to balance it accordingly.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And tell
Must,
me,
must.
Chavi, how do you stay relevant? Because today staying relevant is also another very important aspect.
Yeah.
So, what do you do to keep yourself updated with today's times? As
Yeah.
a soft skills professional, it is very important to know the nuances of today. What's happening in the market, what's happening in the industry, what are people talking about. what are the latest trends, of communication. So what is it that you do to keep yourself updated?
Yeah. As you know, people call me crazy. I'm a crazy chubby. So they call me crazy. So yes, I'm crazy. Throughout my life, I've been scholar. I kept, reading, learning, upgrading myself. So that's in me. So that is always, of course, this industry also has got always, get flooded with new concepts. Even the technology part of it is today a huge aspect of learning development. So what I do, I keep upgrading my knowledge, doing some certifications always. I keep adding on to it. I started with ICBI certification though, but still regularly I keep upgrading my knowledge and skills. That's because without that you cannot be a trainer. We have to do that. I read a lot. I read a lot. I read a lot of books. Even these days, I read a lot of posts also of another successful,
In fact,
ICs.
I would not say that when I say relevant and staying upgraded, I don't mean that upgrading का मतलब ये होता है कि आप certification लेते रहो, because that is not my funda that you keep learning new things and collect certification. मेरा वो concept नहीं है कि आप keep adding certification to your qualification. In fact, what certification you already have, you should get mastery in that. Like you already have image consulting or soft skills training, then you become a master in that. Become expert in that particular domain. So if you feel that okay, you need to add more certification, it is completely your choice. But according to me, I rather have an expertise in what I've already done than add more certificate. Of course,
Yeah, ma'am.
if I'm passionate about another subject which I feel that would add or complement to this existing qualification, then I would add and make this more powerful. Not otherwise.
Yeah. When I talk about, ma'am, upgrading my knowledge and skills, I said I'm a certified soft skills trainer, but soft skill is a vast area.
Correct.
In turn, it has got a lot of topics within. If we talk of that, emotional intelligence thing, that subject itself require a deep study if you want to become a master of it. So that to find my niche, I study to find my niche. Though I conduct a lot of trainings in image consulting and soft skills training, etc., but still to actually fine tune myself with some topics is very important to become expert of that, and that I keep doing with along with my experiential training expertise. Nowadays, GameStorm has evolved to conduct a training with experiential learning methods of doing this training. So I learned that part of it, how to use games in my training. So these
Absolutely.
are the things to make that more fruitful further and impactful further for my learners. So these are even the virtual things has emerged like that. We have to be well equipped with these. Like Zoom things. It has got new features always. The LMS things. So even the learning and training requires you to master that facilitation parts of techniques of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I need to say that upgradation is to keep myself relevant with the way it is changing its face of delivery.
True.
So
Absolutely.
that was my intent here. Of course, I'm in this area only, but I keep adding on these hats to my facilitation skills as well. That's how
Absolutely.
to make it more impactful.
Correct. All right. So one last question to you, Chavi. That what is that one message from your side to all those people who are aspiring to become soft skills professionals?
Okay. So this is one thing which triggered me, my spark was when I saw while my days with TC7, a lot of potential leaders, they were not able to make it big just because of the fact they lack these grooming, composer, leadership skills, and effective communication skills. Then I believed that leaders, they are not born, they are made. They are made through constant training, coaching, mentoring, and the storms they walk through. So this ICPI in soft skills is the only field which help you become and emerge as a leader. This is the field which helps you first, then in turn you can help others as well to transform their own life. This is the only field. I believe so. So, and this gives us a flexi career. This gives us, of course, what the way we want, we can have our own brand, go high and high. In whatever mode we wanna, conduct ourselves, we can. We can explore the areas which we have always dreamt of. We have always dreamt of. So this is what my suggestion to everyone, for those who want to, pursue this as a career. Just go ahead and grab this. The amount of satisfaction which you'll get, no other career can give it to you. For them who are thinking of, second career also, because of, the struggles they have as a work-life balance, go and grab it. You will have a better balance in your life. You can manage your time really well, so that's for them. For them who are looking for the self-development of their own personality, go and grab it. That will certainly make a huge change in your own personality, transform you first, and of course the second thing will automatically happen to you. So for everyone, I believe, for the people, that's what I mentioned here, this soft skill is something, a new hard skill today, which is being said, So without it, it's really impossible to, take our success ahead. So this is my suggestion to everyone, go and grab it. Don't leave this opportunity. And that's how the life has been to me. Be the leader of your own life and unleash the true potential of your own.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And with that, let us open all the questions because I'm sure a lot of people will be waiting to ask questions to you, Chhawi. So
okay, sure,
let us see if we have certain questions. We'll wait for 5 minutes. If we don't have questions, then we will close this live interaction. So guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions to Chhawi. Chhawi will be looking forward to answer all your questions.
Yeah, guys, I'm ready to answer your questions. And even after that, if somebody wants to connect me for any sort of, mentoring or, suggestions, I'm there.
You can ask about her experience, post-certification, during her sessions, or her experience as soon as she started as a, professional in soft skills. Anything, any question. Moving from a job to, becoming a trainer. Anything.
Okay. So hello, can you please guide me when I can't see that
Where
properly.
to work on soft skills. Where to work on soft skills. Meenakshi, can you specify the question? It's a little confusing. Where to work on soft skills means where do you work after soft skills training, or which areas you need to work on soft skills?
Fine, let me answer her with my own interpretation of it. Okay. So if you are looking for the areas wherein you can actually start working after, completing your certification, it can be, soft skill is one, you can say the profession which will give you a liberty to work with any domain. Be it, corporates, if you want to work with corporates, you will get
she has reframed the question. It's like which area and where to start basically.
So as I, mentioned during my interaction with ma'am, to start with a good place is to do some free workshops. You can start with anyone, students who are there, who are looking up to you, as a mentor to get some guidance regarding being a job ready. You can provide them a job ready skills, like you can give them some interview preparation skills. You can give them some, tips on the resume making also. So you can work with the students, you can work with professionals, you can work with corporates, you can work with the, even the homemakers. They may need your services as well, because they require even us a lot to transform their personality. They might be looking for the second, people who are looking for the second career, people who are actually looking for rejoining their corporates back. So there are a lot of places you can start with. You can start with your friends, you can start with your colleagues. Initially, you have to do some free works. Then, of course, with that, you need to brand that work. Then you'll start getting work flowing in.
Meenakshi, first you have to identify your niche. Where, with whom you want to work. Is it the students? Is it the corporate? So who will be your target audience? Identify the target audience, and then with that target audience, what do you want? What can you possibly do? List down all those things, and then you have to start the preparation accordingly. And then see that what is it that you can do, what are the things that you already have that can be done, and then basically start with some bit of pro bono. Once you have already done certain pro bonos, then we can start with paid intervention after that. And once the paid intervention starts, then there is no looking back. And we give you a complete structure that how do you go about doing the entire thing. So there is absolutely no worries, because we give you a complete format, complete structure as to how do you go about doing, your complete process of one-on-ones, your corporate training, or any other work that you want to engage in, whether it is image consulting or soft skills training. Any other question? So the best thing is that ICBI gives you complete hand-holding, complete support. We have complete business enablement training after your sessions are over or during your sessions. And that is, the BET is taken completely by, most of the BET is taken by Mr. Rakesh Agarwal, who's the managing director of ICBI. So full guidance is given to you during the, tenure. So there is absolutely no issues, no problems. Complete business support is given to you.
Yeah, even I took that, ma'am. And that was, that well, kind of you guys, the way you handheld us, that moment, the support provided during that business bet, was amazing, that helped us in a long way. Till date, we use a lot of material from there, when we have to send proposals, etc. So a lot of things, you'll get all the support here. That's what I believe, Yeah.
We also give you a lot of workshops, ready-made workshops, and complete material for that. So all that ready-made material is given to you. You just have to customize it, tweak it a little bit, and you just name the topic, and that workshop of that topic is readily available.
Right.
You just have to deliver it. We can't deliver on your behalf, otherwise we would have done that also. But all you have to do is just deliver it.
Yeah, ma'am. So, of course, we have to believe in ourselves. Yes, we can do it, and then we have to get it started. Once we have started, doesn't matter whether we started perfect. It need not to be perfect. As ma'am said, you guys have to identify your niche. What niche means is, like, if you are just, a fresher, you can start doing workshop for the college students. That's experience of, how you just moved from college to campus.
True.
That's the best thing to start with. Similarly, if you have a corporate experience, you do that. If you have a homemaker, you can do a workshop for them. So there are a lot of things, well, kind of, it has got immense potential and areas to work for. So wherever you fit in, you can just start doing your work.
Can I join ICBI for self-development? Ritika.
Yes, that was my last point. It was for everyone, the last point, person who is looking for self-development. This course is really helpful. Even in between also my, talk, I said it transformed me first. It helped me first, and it instills a self-belief in you. that yes, you are capable of doing so much thing, in your life, so much work in your life. So this is what for self development also, this is one of the, very good course.
I
Can go
think,
ahead.
Ritika, you will not believe, but all of us, when I did my course with Judith Rasband, all of us were raw. I mean,
Yeah.
despite coming from the airline industry, when I joined the airline and when I did my when I was an employee with the airline industry for almost 8 years, I thought that I knew it all. I knew everything. And when I went to Judith and I said, okay, I'm here to join the course. And the first day when I went to Judith and she said, okay, that's a nice maternity dress that you're wearing. And I was like, okay. And I got the answer that I have a lot to learn. And yes, the journey was challenging because it was a new subject altogether. But yes, it was very interesting at the same time because I got a lot to learn, a lot of takeaway. And let me tell you that it was a life changing experience learning a new subject, and of course she was a mentor, and getting a content which was a world class content and the curriculum which is the best curriculum in the world, and getting it from the authentic Judith Rasband. I mean, she's the senior most image consultant in the world, and getting that content and making her a curriculum partner, and then having that content here. I'm telling you, becoming an image consultant and walking the talk is like truly worthwhile.
It is. Indeed, it
Absolutely.
initially helped me in my career during my, IT days also. Because initially we used to think about just doing a far technical work is everything, will get rating and everything, life will be a cakewalk. No, that
Mm.
wasn't the case. My initial days with thesis were, despite being a scholar, despite being a research scientist, my initial days in thesis were not that good. I wasn't, appraised well. I wasn't, I did not receive a good rating just because of this soft skills. IT industry always has a two attributes part, two goal sheet. One is technical and another is totally soft skills. So that's something the importance of I realized there also. This is for your self-development course. The first thing is for your self-development, then
So
for
image
your career.
consulting, soft skills training helps you first and then helps you to enhance yourself so that you can enhance and transform other people.
That's it.
Yes. So your own image consulting and the whole process happens for you first so that you can experience it live and then you can give that experience to somebody else. All right. So I think this is it from us. And thank you so much, Chhawi, once again for being a part of this live session. And I wish you all the very best for your journey ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's like for me a dream come true. So of course, the journey the day when I started with, I would like to thank the entire ICBI team for this. Each one of them have been very supportive, very helping. Kavita, Hashpreet, Chitwan, Monica. I keep talking to them, on a regular basis, and to you as well, Amitabh sir. So a lot of people, where they have been so supportive always, during my journey. Whenever I need to ask anything, they're there. So I was
Okay, so
also skeptical.
we have a last question. Okay, we'll take this question and we'll close this live. What is the scope for male candidate in this soft skill industry? Um,
It's huge. If you
Amit.
want me to answer this, yeah.
So Amit, we have a lot of soft skills trainers, male soft skills trainers also. So like I said, people do get an impression that there are a lot of women. Yes, of course, there are a lot of women because this industry attracts a lot of women. Image consulting industry attracts a lot of women, but at the same time, you must understand that fashion is just like fashion designing, just like, chef. These industries also have a lot of women because there is flexi hours, there is work life balance for people, but at the same time in fashion industry in in fashion fashion designing industry, you have topmost fashion designers who are male. If you talk about being chef, the topmost chefs are male. So likewise, even in image consulting industry, we have very senior image consultants who are doing fairly well, like Meher Daruwala. We have Kurush Kodaiji, who are male. So it's not that this is women dominated industry. We have men, we have women who are doing equally fantastic in the industry. So there is scope for men, there is scope for women, and everybody is doing fairly well. Be it image consulting or soft skills training. In fact, we have more soft skills trainers as men who are doing fairly well. So it's nothing like we have more men, more women, or more women, more men, or less men, more women. Nothing like that. So if you take a decision, you are absolutely welcome and you will be more than comfortable to be a part of this industry. All right. So thank you so much. And thank you, Chhawi, once again. And all the people who were a part of this session, thank you so much. Until we meet again, this is Suman Agarwal and Chhawi Asthana signing off for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.